Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Are we live? Are you with me, Ace?
I'm with you, brother.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Ken Bouchard Online, your weekly source of nothing. I'm your host, Ken Bouchard. And joining me as, I won't say per usual, because he's been a little wacky lately with scheduling and stuff, but joining me tonight is my friend Ace of Knaves. How you do, Ace?
I am upright and out of sight.
Well, that at least half of that's true. I can't tell if you're upright, but you are out of sight.
I
Um,
am out of sight.
I'm going to try to avoid burping today. So I got myself a can of liquid death. So,
Mm-mm.
your body needs more water. Ace.
Yeah,
And hopefully
water's wet.
water is wet. But with that being said, how's been your week? Like we haven't talked in like a little while. How's been your week?
it's this week is better.
Is it
This
better?
week
Is it
is
better? I hope so.
it's yes, it's much better. Last week I'm not going to go into detail, but last week was a roller coaster ride. Um,
Woo,
of just personal
woo.
issues and whatnot. Everything back on track. So yeah, this week is going much better, much smoother, and
Awesome.
yeah.
That's good to hear, man. Because like you're my yin to my yang. Like I'm the.
Oh, could you use a different analogy?
I was gonna, yeah, because
I don't want to be
after
associated. I
I
don't.
sat there and thought about it, I'm
I
like,
don't
wait a
really
minute.
want to be associated with your
Oh
yang,
yeah.
bro.
After sitting there and think about it for a while, I was like, yeah, no, let's. You're the left to my right. You're the
There you go.
peanut butter to my
I'll be the.
jelly. How's that?
I was just gonna use that one. I'll be the peanut butter to you. I'll
Okay.
be your huckleberry.
All right. I'll be your
That's probably the
huckleberry.
wrong probably the wrong analogy too.
But yes, show is weird without you. I did a show last week and it just didn't feel right.
I
So
I was with you for a majority of it.
yeah,
Believe it or
it
not,
just didn't feel right without you.
uh, I felt bad, but also
No,
it was a roller
hey,
coaster, bro.
shit happens.
Yeah, bro.
You got to deal with it. That's all. Shit happens, and you got to deal with it.
You got to deal with it.
Speaking of shit happens, ho, let me tell you about my week.
Oh, you had a week, bro.
Oh, I had a week. Like first, I go after my craptastic airing of Ken Bouchard Online on Tuesday, and I'm a man enough to admit that it was craptastic. I was like, you know what? At least there's comic book Wednesday. I can't
Right,
wait
right,
for
right.
Wednesday. New comic books come out. We're good as gold. And I was even going to do it like live streaming probably on Facebook or something. Just kind of be like, hey guys, here I am. Take a look. Da da da. Well, I didn't do that. But it's a good thing I didn't do that because there was like no new comic books. I went in there was like nothing. I was like, not even in my box. And they're like, no, nothing. I was like, oh.
No.
So, strike one, strike two. There couldn't possibly be a strike three last week. But there was. I had an appointment to get my oil change at Walmart here in Altoona, Pennsylvania. And I'm not afraid to throw that out because
Nope.
this is where I went. This is where I live. We went to Altoona Walmart. It was early in the morning, 8 o'clock last Thursday. I went in. They took my vehicle. Like, I drove in. They took my vehicle. They did the oil change. I got the message on my phone because that's how they do it now. They like, you get messages like your phone's being looked, your phone, yeah. Your truck is being looked at. Your vehicle is ready and all that stuff. So I got the message. Oil change is done. Ready to go. I went in. I paid. Grabbed a few other things. And I was like, adios. I got in my truck. And I didn't even make it a mile when my truck started smoking. And when I mean smoking, I mean it smoke. Like I looked like I was trying to create a smoke screen to get out of like a James Bond film. Right? Like it was like all around my truck, in my truck. Like I could smell the oil, the burning oil. I was like, what the hell, right? So I
I
eventually,
need to interrupt.
yeah,
I just real quick. Sorry, I'm going to inject a scene for you real quick.
go ahead.
James Bond, do you expect me to die? No, I expect you to drive.
Yeah, well,
Go ahead.
couldn't do that either. I pulled over. I immediately called Walmart back, the TLE, right? Tire Loop Express. And I was like,
Right, right, right.
hey guys, what's going on? My truck is smoking. Like, like the mask, it's smoking. And they're like, bring it back. Just bring it back.
Somebody stop it.
Somebody's stopping it, all right. They're like, bring it back. I'm on. Is it Pleasant Valley? I get confused. Is it Pleasant Valley Boulevard or Plank Road at that point?
Not 100%.
I know that one side of 17th Street's Pleasant Valley and the other side is Plank Road. I'm not sure which one's which. But either way, I'm on the road at the light, ready to turn to Walmart, and my truck is shaking. And I mean, like, violently, like it's got Tourette's going on or like hereditary tremor thing going on, right? And it's shaking really bad. And I hear this like click, 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 click. I'm like, oh, good God, what the hell's going on? I get it to Walmart. I Guy meets me like halfway in the parking lot. He starts walking towards me. He's like, just give me the key. I gave him the key. I'm inside Walmart watching them push my truck into the Bay Area. I'm like, uh-oh. About 40 minutes later, a guy comes out and he's like, you need to come with me. We need to fill out some paperwork. Takes me into the office to let me know my engine is shot.
Hmm.
They say, and I'm quoting this because this is what they say. The oil leaked out all over the parking lot after they took the car and parked it. Because after the oil change, they park your car.
Right.
The oil leaked out somehow.
Okay.
I'm thinking either A, they didn't put oil in,
Right.
or B, you have a little plug underneath that drained the
Yeah.
oil. I think someone fucked up and that little plug wasn't in right or something because
Yeah.
I drove my truck no problems to Walmart.
Yeah.
Now my truck is sitting at a garage dead in the water type deal, like dead
Dead
on
in
the
the
road,
water.
just dead.
Yeah.
So, yes, and this sucks because next week I have a concert on Monday to go to with my son,
Mm-hmm.
and the weekend following is Steel City Con, and my truck is dead. God, I wish that was vodka.
I bet.
So that's been my week. I've been juggling that, and it was great because like I missed a call from the insurance guy from Walmart, but I
Right.
got the voicemail, and I'm trying to listen to this voicemail, and he's like, "Hi, my name is John Smith from Walmart Insurance. It's spelled John.Smith at Walmart.com. If you need to email me, your case number is 123456789. When you send an email, make sure you put your case number 123456789 in the subject title. Yeah, like just go. If you could call me at 814-555-5555 extension 4321. I'm sitting there like, oh my god, so many numbers, so much. So what am I doing? I had to listen to it like a couple times to write down everything. But yeah, I made sure because here's another thing. I got all worried about this. I'm worried to death because I can't afford a new vehicle. I'm not made of money, no way, shape, or form. But I've read people's saying how like Walmart won't pay for their repairs if because they
Right.
went to uh a garage that wasn't like a Walmart certified garage or some weird shit, and I'm like, wait, what? Whoa,
Right.
you. But I followed the rules. I went to an ASC or whatever it is certified garage. Let's see what happens, right?
Right.
All I know is they better not say, it was my fault. I'll be like, bitches, no, it's not. But anyway,
Yeah.
that was my week, and now, oh, and to top it all off, you get this. I'm working 90 hours this week
Oh, Jesus.
on top of my 55 hours last week. I'll have like 140 something or close to 140 something hours in 2 weeks.
Jesus. Holy Jesus.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's that shit, sports fans.
I can honestly say, as much as I hate working, I do miss those type of paychecks.
oh, I'm gonna love the paycheck, but what good is it if I don't have a vehicle? I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I got money. I got money. I'm gonna Scrooge McDuck it. I'm just gonna
Yeah, right.
dive on into my card.
Yeah.
Nobody carries cash anymore, so it's like
Right.
I'm just gonna take my credit card and swan dive,
Ouch.
right?
Well, I mean, over the summer we actually had to do that for your credit card, if you remember correctly. Like, lost your
Oh,
wallet
yep.
in the
Forgot all about
Juniata
that.
River.
Where we had to actually swan dive to get my credit card. Yep, yep.
That was fun times.
Right? Like the odds of finding it was like a million to one, and there it was in the middle of the river, in the middle of the Juniata River.
We found it, but good God.
Yeah, the luck of the Irish. We just celebrated St. Patrick's Day. I bet that was a day for you, wasn't it?
I'm not gonna lie. I got up and I made lamb stew.
Mm.
I spent the day in a kilt, though it snowed like hell that day.
I was like, do you
Um,
really need a reason to wear a kilt? Like I can see you wearing a kilt just because.
no, I didn't need a reason, but as it turns out, there became a reason.
True.
Legitimately, all of my jeans were inside the washer. I like all of them. I was like, oh, cool, kilt day anyway.
Yep.
And then it snowed like hell, and I'm like, well, I'll wear the kilt around the house then. uh, but yeah, that was I didn't get to I've backed off any kind of overindulgence in
I
alcohol.
was gonna say no Guinness,
Uh,
no whiskey.
uh, no, actually, the only Guinness I did was whatever's left in the bottle from at 9:30 in the morning when I was making lamb stew.
I was gonna
Uh,
say, did you add it to the stew to give it that? Because
Absolutely,
I
yeah,
mean,
absolutely.
I
That
hate
is
beer. I hate beer. I've tried so many beers. I hate them all. They all have that nasty taste to me, a nasty, nasty taste. However, in soup, stews, marinades type deal, oh my god, there's nothing better.
yeah. It's when I make lamb stew, Guinness is top of the list. Like that's I I cook more with Guinness than I drink it anymore. It's
Well, it
you
makes
know,
sense. I mean, Guinness is a strong taste.
yeah,
It's a
it's oh man,
required taste.
yeah. It took a hot minute for me to get there, but my go-to though.
So, I wanted to talk about a few things today. Now that
For
we got
sure.
all that shit out of the way, I
Right,
mean,
right,
like, hey, how do you start a show off? Well, 13 minutes of just bullshit. Welcome to Ken Bouchard
right.
Online.
That's what we're here for, baby.
It's a show
That's
about
what we're here
nothing, and
for.
I just proved it. A show about nothing. Why is this show all about nothing? My bad Jerry Seinfeld impersonation.
Eh, it's no worse than his.
Right? Why is this milk 2%? I don't get it.
Somebody tell me.
George!
I mean, in my opinion, he would he would make the good voice for a Don Knotts cartoon.
Right? Right? Instead of like this interracial bee human love story, he should have done a Don Knotts cartoon.
I think it'd be great.
But on a flip of this, I hated Seinfeld as a kid. Like I never got into it. I think I
Yeah.
watched the last season because I knew it was like the last season.
Right.
And the last
Right.
episode, they did the whole farewell thing where they played like Green Day,
Yeah.
"Good Riddance," and I was like, "Yeah,
Right.
good riddance, good
Well,
riddance." But
you don't even deserve this shitty song to go out
right,
on.
it's like good riddance, get out of here. But while I was in high school, I did know the whole like Jerry Seinfeld when he had that one character Newman. And anytime Newman would come in, he'd be like,
Oh yeah.
Newman,
Newman.
Newman. Well, I was in class with a kid named Corey Newman. And every time he'd be like, "Hey Ken," I'd be like, "Hello, Newman." Just hello, Newman. Like that was my whole thing with him. Just hello, Newman. I remember making him like I made him almost piss himself one day. Um, a friend of mine, we just got this new not a substitute, but a switch out teacher. Like halfway through the year, we used to have this one teacher, Carl Rieger, I think his name was. Good old Mr. Rieger. He was a hippie. hippie straight through and through, right? Like he would
All
teach
right.
us. I think it was English class he had, but he'd be like, "Today, class, we're going to sit here and listen to some music." And he'd pull out his guitar and he's like, "I'm gonna play you something. You're gonna listen to this." And he talk like this all the time. But then when he
Sugar
start,
water.
then he'd start playing the guitar and he'd be like, "All right, listen up. This is how I'm gonna sing." It's like, what the? Where did that voice come from, right? But like he'd be like, "All right, kids, we're gonna watch a movie today, and I don't want you to fall asleep." He put the movie on. We're sitting there watching the movie. Halfway through the movie, we look over at the teacher's desk, and he's,
Sound out.
and then like 3 4 weeks, no bullshit. 3 4 weeks go by. He's like, "Kids, we're gonna watch a movie tonight." It was the same damn movie. So neatly. Oh, and the whole big thing about him is every time we get into class, the head principal at the time was Mrs. Fazemeyer. And he'd be like, "You gotta see Mrs. Fazemeyer. She's out to get me. She's gonna come get me someday. She wants me fired." And we're like, there was a whole joke that Mrs. Fazemeyer is out to get him, out to get him, out to get him. Halfway through the year, he disappears. We don't have Mr. Rieger. And this new woman takes over, a young teacher. And we're like, "What happened to Mr. Rieger?" And, "Oh, he don't work here no more." And we're like, "Oh, well, Miss Fazemeyer got him."
Dun, dun,
But
dun.
when this new teacher took over, her name, oh, I forget her last name, but I know her first name because she graduated like maybe 4 or 5 years before me. And she was in the class with one of my friends, the X-Man, you know the
Oh yeah,
X-Man
yeah, yeah, yeah. I do.
on what is he on now?
Yeah, what he jumps. I don't want to say he jumps around a lot, but he gets a lot of
Well,
work.
he had issues, but then he's now on like Jack FM. What is it? W
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. But anyway, that station, Leitner Communication. Like he's on
Okay.
Leitner stations. But he goes, "Hey Ken, look, looking through his sister's yearbook," and he's like, "That's our teacher right there." And her first name's Carrie. Needlemeyer. Carrie Needlemeyer.
Mhm.
That's what it was because I remember her first day of class, like it's first, not first day of class, but she's the first period. And we're all walking in. "Hello, Miss Carrie. Hello, Miss Niedermeyer. Hello, Miss Niedermeyer. Hello, Miss Niedermeyer." And I come walking by, and I'm like, "Hello, Miss Niedermeyer." And I go, "Hello, Carrie." And I don't take more than 3 steps into class, and I hear, "Ken." I'm like, What?" Everyone else is busted out laughing at this point. I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Come here." And she pulls me out in the office. She gave me what for? Like, "You don't ever call me by my first name. You show me respect." And I was just like, "Oh shit."
Whoops.
Whoops. But I just, "Hello, Carrie." Oh, I got water up my nose. But yeah, um, where was I going with that? Seinfeld, our show.
Seinfeld. Our show. Same thing.
Oh, okay. That's how
Mm.
I connected that. Because I was sitting there like, how did I get here? But yes, we lost we lost a nerd, a famous nerd this past week. Uh, you might know him. I don't know He was Lance Redrick, I think is how you say his name, Lance Redrick. He was in
Yeah.
he was in the series Oz,
Hmm.
Lost. Most famously at this point, probably the John Wick movies as like
Hmm.
the maitre d
Right.
butler guy.
Yep. Yep.
Well, he was supposed to be at Steel City Con.
Oh.
He was signed up for Steel City Con, and all of a sudden I see out of nowhere Lance Redrick dead at 60. I was like, "Holy crap! What the hell happened?" But he also, I found out because I don't play Destiny 2. I'm not a shooter fan, so I didn't play Destiny or Destiny 2. But I guess he did a voice of a character in Destiny 2. And they found out through the grapevine that the night before he passed away, he was playing Destiny 2.
Oh.
So I tip my hat to gamers out there, and this is Twitch, so this is the best place to say this. You guys are amazing. The camaraderie, the family gathering that came about this, they all, like a lot of them in game, paid tribute to his character. Like they're just paying homage and tribute to his character, like a night after or so.
Right.
I was just like, that's amazing. That's amazing where a community could get together for a fallen comrade. You know?
Yeah, the gaming community, especially, I mean, they're super inclusive, but they're also very clicky.
Right. You're
Uh,
definitely right on that one.
yes, they're very clicky. WoW players are WoW players. You got your diehards of every group.
You've got your PCs versus consoles. You
Right.
got your console versus console.
You got your console wars. You got your
You got your first person shooters, FPSs versus your role play and RPGs.
right. They're
Um,
very clicky. But
you
within
even
those,
yeah, it's very clicky.
yes, but within each click, if something happens to a community member, and a lot of times, don't get me wrong, it does branch way out into other communities. But if something happens within a community, they usually do band together pretty quickly and you know show support, love, whatever it's needed to help others get through that situation.
And see, that's how it should be though.
Yeah,
Like
if,
one of my biggest complaints about every single community, and I'm not just talking about gaming, every single community is all the I'm better than you. I'm like I'll talk specifically for the geek and nerd communities, okay? There's a lot of gatekeeping. A lot of I am nerdier than you, so I'm a better nerd than you are.
right,
I am the biggest nerd because I can tell you every single episode of Star Trek that Picard was on or whatever, and I don't care. I don't care about how nerdy you are. It's not a pissing contest in the nerd community. Everyone should get together and enjoy what they enjoy.
right,
So yes, there's a lot of clicks. There's a lot of that shit going on. But when they get together and actually pay tribute to a fallen, like just what was it? I'd say probably a month and a half now when we lost Luke Eckenrod.
yes, sir.
Is it
Yeah,
Eckenrod?
yeah,
Yeah, he was big in the magic community around here.
mhm,
And if you listen to the podcast, Tim and Mike Gather,
mhm.
I know I said that wrong. Mike and Tim Gather.
Mike and Tim gather.
I got
Yeah,
MTG. I keep forgetting it's like
it's
Magic the Gathering.
MT. Yeah,
Mike
MTG.
and Tim Gather. Their first episode, man, they were in tears at his loss.
Right.
So, I mean, it's better to enjoy the things you love with people that enjoy it as well. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say on that is don't be dick. Share the love, right?
Yeah. Not everything's for everybody. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But don't bring down somebody else's nerdum to prove you're a bigger nerd. Why?
Right, right. And I'm only throwing this out there because you know my past history. But if you're a nerd because you liked My Little Pony and you know like every single My Little Pony, that doesn't make you less of a nerd because Johnny down the street is a Star Wars fan, or less of a nerd because Susie down the road likes Star Trek. You know, Millie down the road, other road because you know it's Altoona. There's always a road. Millie down the road is a Doctor Who fan or a Whovian. You're not any bigger of a nerd because your fandom is more legit. You could be a nerd if you nerd out, just point blank. Nerd
Yep.
out makes you a nerd. And if you won't know what nerding out is, then you're not a nerd. That's just simple
Yeah,
as
that's
that.
pretty much it. That's simple as that.
Because I remember, oh my god, do you remember MySpace?
Sure.
I miss MySpace.
I
I
forgot
wish
that.
MySpace would come back. Like I'm
uh,
all these wars going on between like TikTok, which may get banned now, but TikTok and Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I wish we had the OG back, man. I wish we had MySpace back.
where's Tom?
Yeah, where's my buddy Tom? Tom!
Hashtag Tom.
Tom! Tom was my
Hashtag
buddy.
Tom. He was my first friend on MySpace.
He was my first friend too. Maybe we could have
Really?
met each other if we just went through Tom. But
Maybe
no,
not.
I miss the days of like being able to like edit your page. Like you could
Yeah.
put music, you can make it decorate it the way you want. Like people went and they saw your profile, they knew what you were about.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's just all like formal, like I've got to click here and like actually read to know more about this person if they post anything about it.
Right.
But MySpace, man, you went to their profile and as soon as like Lacuna Coil would kick on, you knew like, oh, this guy's like in the rock and dark wave and shit, and you
Right.
saw like the skulls in the background, and me
With the
sitting there,
glitter. With
with my
the
picture
glitter
like this,
memes.
like I'm doing like bad impersonation of Undertaker with a fedora on. I mean, yeah, like yeah, you knew who I was before you even talked to me. But those were the days, and now we got Facebook, and it's all about pictures of fakeness and other shit.
Yeah. Figure.
It's all fake. It's all fake. TikTok's on a ban. They're talking about banning TikTok now.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell are you doing over there?
This coin just showed up out of nowhere.
Oh my god, they're banning TikTok! Drop my monies.
Dropping monies, baby. That was my Bitcoin falling.
Oh no, there goes his Dogecoin.
There it was.
Dogecoin is falling. But no, TikTok may be banned. Here's the thing. America, our government, is trying to ban it because it's ran by a Chinese by the Chinese,
Right.
by a
Right.
Chinese. I
The
don't know
Chinese company.
if it's an individual or whatever, but it's ran by China in
Right.
China, and they're like, no, there's so much spying that could be done on it. Their ultimatum was to you want to keep TikTok going, sell or have TikTok ran by someone in America. So why? So they can limit it what we get to see? Because if our government got a hold of TikTok, first thing they're going to do is make sure what they don't want us to see is going to get blocked.
I don't understand.
What do you mean?
Do you think China is spying on us through TikTok?
Apparently that's what they're
But
saying.
not Facebook? And
Nope. No, Facebook
not
can get
any
all our information and like throw ads at us and shit like that with no remorse.
right?
No problems whatsoever. But China, throws the thing. It's like, oh, it's China. Block them. Stop them. Do something. I don't know.
Can't wait to get off this planet.
Well, when the mothership comes, let me know.
That's a rescue mission, not an abduction. I just want you to know that.
Right? It's like, we're here to
Let me
abduct
go,
you. It's
man.
like,
It's
no,
a
you're
rescue
not.
mission. I'm with them. I'm with them.
Save us. Somebody save us.
Take me to your leader. Nope, you got that backwards, buddy. Let's go. Nope.
So I got to try something good today, or not
Oh, yeah?
today. I when I say today, I mean within this last week. My time. I'm working 90 hours this week. I don't have time. Time is a construct that I don't understand right now. Like
Some other
woo.
man built that.
Yeah, right. I got to try Liz's Kitchen for the first time. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, here in Altoona, there was a startup restaurant, as you would.
Yeah.
It started from a food truck back in 2019. Liz's Kitchen,
Parked in an alley.
parked in an alley, and promoting that their food is, come get your Philly on, as they would say, because they're straight from Philly and they're making the best cheesesteaks around. And I mean, they showed other stuff like jerk chicken and all this good stuff. Well, finally, after they've moved into a building, Many years later, I finally got my hands on a cheesesteak from Liz's Kitchen. Here's my review of Liz's Kitchen. The cheesesteak was phenomenal. Phenomenal. I loved it. I loved it. Did you ever try one from them?
Listen, I'm gonna give you a quick story. I'm gonna give you my review in story form.
Okay, you give me your review, and then we'll compare and contrast here.
I did try a Philly cheesesteak. Uh, my wife and I finally got a chance to go check it out. So we go to the alley, and the truck's not there. The trailer, they're not there. Like shit. Luckily, we did know that there was a culture festival going on across town.
Okay.
I also knew that at that particular culture festival there would be food trucks. I was looking for food truck foods. Off we went. Liz's Kitchen was there. Stroke of luck, right?
Bing. Yep.
Cool. We get a chance to try it. First of all, the serving was huge. I was like, good golly. Just the sub itself was, I'm okay with this. This will do it. I got it Philly style. Got it Philly style. Uh, as opposed to other ways that it was offered. That, now we want to do the real deal. That's what you advertise. Give me that one. Superb. On point. On point the whole way through. I was so glad that I drove an hour around town.
Where is this damn place?
Looking for them specifically. They weren't there. Stumbled upon them again on a place I was going to go eventually anyway. And yeah, I was so happy about that like made the whole festival all that much better. It was already a great little festival, made it all the better.
Well, I'm gonna pause
10
you.
out of 10 for Liz's.
I'm gonna pause you right there, Ace.
Yep.
Just so I can remind everybody who's tuning in, whether they're tuning in live or they're tuning in on YouTube, you're listening to Ken Bouchard Online, a weekly show about nothing here on twitch.tv. You can catch us live Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, where you could join in the chat because the chat is always open. Just remember, we are inclusive, so let's keep it friendly. Besides that, you want to chime in? Have you ever had Liz's Kitchen? Let us know. My take on Liz's Kitchen. It was actually the Saturday to pinpoint the day.
Okay.
This Saturday, I was like, cheesesteak, let's go. So I went there, and I don't know exactly when you said you got the Philly version.
Mhm.
What do you mean by Philly version?
Uh, the cheese sauce.
Yes, cheese whiz.
They yes, they don't.
Mm-hmm.
They offer options of what that is, whether you want the cheese whiz or something else, or none whatsoever.
Yeah.
So cheese whiz is the way to go.
Okay. Yes, I got the cheese whiz because I knew right off the bat that's official. Philly does the cheese whiz.
Right.
So I got cheese whiz, I got peppers, onions, and all that good stuff. A little bit of mayo. I did a little bit of mayo on my sandwich. Um, the lady was offering like ketchup, and I was like, no, I don't want
Huh?
ketchup. I don't want ketchup on my cheesesteak. No, who are you? Why? Who hurt you? But no, I got the 10-incher, which
Mhm.
was huge. I mean, 10 inches. Anybody would think 10 inches is huge,
Not
right?
many people.
I mean, unless you're in porn, 10 inches is huge.
And even then,
So I got the 10-incher, and I didn't even eat it for like an hour. Like it sat.
filled your belly, buddy.
Yeah, it's shush you, shut it up you. But I let it sit for like an hour, and it was still hot. Like it was still like wrapped in aluminum foil. It was nice and warm still. I took my first bite, and oh my god, I thought I died and went to heaven. I was like, oh, I was in a new plane of existence. It was really effing good. I don't think around here I've had a cheesesteak as good, except for one place, but they're now out of business. So
Mhm.
this was a really good cheesesteak. So my review of their food, because I got a 2-part review on this.
Okay.
My review of their food is, oh my god, top notch. If you're in Altoona and you guys want to get your quote unquote Philly on, then you need to check out Liz's Kitchen. Second to none. Good friggin' Philly cheesesteak sandwich. But this review has 2 parts.
Okay.
Excuse me. And the second part is their hours of operation.
Hmm.
I looked it up because after Saturday, I was like, oh my god, Lady D and Damien need to have this. They need to try this. I need to share the greatness that is Liz's Kitchen with them. So I looked it up, and sure enough, Sunday and Monday, they're closed. I was like, okay, that's fine. Tuesday's coming around the corner. Tuesday comes, which is today. And this is like a last edition, a late addition to my review, mind you. Because originally I was going to come on here and be like, oh my god, so good! And it still is. But, as I was saying, today's Tuesday. They're supposed to be open. I went on their Facebook. They are open. 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 So, because I don't have a truck, I put
Okay.
a backpack on my back, and me and Damien hiked to Liz's Kitchen.
There you go. All right.
It took about 20 minutes. We got to Liz's Kitchen. Um, just to find closed on the door.
Oh.
So I tried calling them up, no answer. Oh, I'm raggle fraggling all the way back home. I'm like, raggle fraggle, blah, 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 all the way home, right? I stopped at Green Bean, got myself something, and I cooled down. But I got back home, looked again. They're supposed to be open. I text messaged them. Are you guys open? When you text message them, automatic response is their schedule. Tuesday, 11 to 8. What the frig? You guys are supposed to be open.
All right.
So, needless to say, no Philly cheesesteak from Liz's Kitchen today for Lady D and Damien. I walked
Oh.
a 40-minute round trip for nothing, except I did get green bean out of it, but that's beside the point. That's just lucky that it's like literally a block away from my house now. So, my review of their food, it's fantastic. My review of their work, is it work ethic? I don't know what it would be. Like their consistency, I guess. Like work
That might be.
consistency is
Or just
kind
an
of like
updated,
meh. They
or
really
just an
need
updated hours.
something. At least post that you're going to be closed. You know,
Right.
not everybody knows you personally to go there and be like, oh, they're closed.
They're not here today.
Some of us have to walk 40-minute round trip for nothing. And the worst part of this is personally, I just got done doing something earlier today,
Yeah.
that my hip was feeling kind of sore.
Yeah.
So it made the walk a little bit more painful.
What did I tell you about twerking?
Yep, sorry, my bad. Gotta
What
twerk
did I
it.
tell you?
Gotta work it. Gotta
Mhm.
put my name
You
down,
got to
flip
work
it.
it before you can twerk it,
Gotta
Brian.
put my name down, flip it, and reverse it. But no, I digress. My bitching aside, Liz's Kitchen was bitching. Liz's Kitchen was bitching.
Like a sounds like a bumper sticker.
Right? I get credit for that. I want credit for that, Liz. You go out there and you make bumper stickers saying Liz is bitching. Oh, Liz is bitching. Liz's Kitchen is
It's just
bitching. That's me. That's me right here. Ken Bouchard Online. Don't forget it. But yeah, no, Liz's Kitchen was. It was good. It was good. That's good. So, are you a fan of Trauma?
oh
I
yeah,
know we talked about this before.
yeah.
But
It's actually, as far as horror films go, those are my favorites.
you're a big fan of the Trauma side.
Yep. I love the cheese factor
Mm.
of
And it's
the
got
special
that.
effects. Yeah, that was where my love for special effects comes from. When I think special effects, I think
The Toxic Crusader. That was
yeah,
my.
he's my yeah, that was my lead in,
I
man.
was gonna say that was my introduction to Trauma. Was the Toxic Crusader on USA Up All Night?
Oh, nice. That and Class of Nukem High.
Yes, yes, that too. But
Those are
that
my
one I've seen a couple times here and there. But I remember seeing Toxic Avenger. I swear to God, it was like on
oh
every other
yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
Every other weekend, it was like Toxic Avenger 2. We're gonna watch all these Toxic Avenger movies right here on USA Up All Night. Sorry, that was my late Gilbert Gottfried impersonation. But
Again, at least as bad as his.
all right. Well, actually, his was. If you ever hear him talk like candidly,
Right.
he was all like, "Yeah, this is what I do. I'm famous for talking like this." He's like, "What? Hey, you're not Gilbert. Where's Gilbert?"
Yeah, give us Gilbert Godfrey, damn it.
But no, Toxic Avenger was it in the 90s? I think it was in the 90s. Um, produced a cartoon series. Did you ever see the Toxic Crusaders?
Yes. They even had an action figure line, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken.
Yep,
Yep,
I
I
had a
do
Toxie
remember
with a
this.
mop and a shield.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and they had all the other gross characters in there. But they're coming out with a video game,
Really.
a fighting style video game of the Toxic Crusaders. I was like, really? All these years, and they're coming out now with a fighting game for Toxic Crusaders.
Right. I mean, toxic. I mean, who doesn't want to live out the classic Toxic Avenger versus Captain Kabuki Man or Sergeant Kabuki Man?
Sergeant Kabuki
Like,
Man. Actually, wasn't
yeah,
Sergeant Kabuki Man
a
Full
villain.
Moon?
Yes.
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 Yes, because I remember like, oh, Kabuki Man.
Sergeant Kabuki Man.
Oh, Sergeant Kabuki Man. Well, he
It's
got like he got bit or something by like a kabuki or someone dressed up, and then he
yeah, it's
becomes.
such a weird.
It was like it was like werewolfism, but instead of turning into a werewolf, he turned into
He
a
turned into
kabuki actor.
yeah, yep. I mean, you gotta love drama. Like,
You gotta love like Full Moon, Trauma, all those like what the fuck are we watching
uh,
movies?
I mean, Poultrygeist. Come on.
Night of the what was it? Poultrygeist, Night of the I forget. There was a
Ah,
term. Like it was like poultry dead or
yeah,
some or living something like that. And then there was a whole bunch of other ones that they produced.
such terribly great movies.
Like the acting is crap. The the
Yes,
the, the filming's crap. The plot line is crap. But you can't help but
makes it
not
all so
watch it,
great.
right? Right, but
It's like
none of them compared to that one we watched together. I mean, it was neither Trauma
right.
nor was it Full Moon, but it was crap. It was crap on a crap cracker. I forget. Oh, was it something Asylum?
Yeah, some of that Happy Asylum or
No, it's like Psycho
what was it?
Asylum, Asylum of the Dead, Asylum.
What? Yeah, some dumb shit.
I just remember like they had that one song playing 10 years later. Like it's like, oh look.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I mean, for as far as like gratuitous booby shots go, it was a pretty good movie.
gratuitous booby shots.
Yeah,
Trauma is like for the kids. It's not for kids, but those are like you
right.
can't watch porn because you're too young. You watch a trauma film.
Right. You get gratuitous booby shots.
You want booby shots? Watch Trauma.
All right.
Trauma equals trauma for young kids.
Right. Want to grow up to be like us?
You want to be, hey kids, you want to be like me? Uh-huh. Well, then go and watch Trauma. Trauma?
Okay.
Trauma. But yeah, they're coming out with a fighting game. Toxic Crusaders fighting game. Um Another thing that's coming out recently, I found out, not related to this, however, but it's like, you know how like everything's coming back around?
Right.
Uh Biker Mice from Mars is getting a new action figure lineup.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
Okay.
"What?" Of all the titles that you could make new action figure, Biker Mice from Mars. I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved the animation. I loved the show. Nothing better than seeing, bikers from Mars riding down, flying on their motorcycles, helping the city out. They had a garage and stuff like it was like one of the Ninja Turtle knockoffs because Ninja Turtles introduced the whole world to the
Anamorphic.
anthropomorphic superhero.
Yep.
There was Street Sharks and all that stuff, but one of them was Biker Mice from Mars, and it was one of my favorite knockoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like it was one of my favorite anthropomorphic superhero movies shows, and yeah, they're coming back with an action figure line. I was like, man, I might have to
Huh?
get that. I might have to look for them.
It doesn't sound. Uh, is there still a market for it though? I mean,
There's going to be a market. I mean, look, Disney started putting out uh $30-$40 action figures of just cartoons of theirs.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's a market for nostalgic if it's
Yeah,
redone properly.
yeah, that's the other ticket.
Ninja Turtles. You go to Walmart right now down the toy line. Not only are they putting out Playmates Ninja Turtles like art like when we were a kid,
Yeah,
but they have like these like new, a little bit taller or better artistic, but they look like the cartoon turtles. Like they're like ultimate versions of the cartoon turtles.
right.
There's people buying them. Somebody's buying them because every time I go there looking for like I need a shredder and I need a splitter, I can't find the fuckers. I can always find a Leonardo or a Donatello. That's about it. So somebody somewhere is buying them. I hate. You know what? That's what I hate about collecting.
Other people collecting too.
Right? That's one thing I hate about collecting is other people collecting,
I
because
feel that.
we live in rural area. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
Altoona is a quote unquote city, but we live in a rural area. So unless you are ordering shit from like Amazon or eBay, you only got Target and Walmart really to get these action figures.
right.
And every time I go to Walmart on the 15th of January, they were supposed to put out a Funko Pop that was a Walmart exclusive. It was Rudy, I believe it was, from the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It was
I
supposed to
remember that.
it was supposed to come with the popcorn gun, and it was supposed to be in a bigger packaging that in the background looked like the cover of the movie, like the movie VHS cover.
Right.
And I was like, I need it because that's the only Killer Clown I don't have. And it's a Walmart exclusive, comes out January 15th. I scoured Walmart January, February, and now we're in March, and they still have yet to put out this figure in our Walmart.
And you won't see it till October.
I won't see it at all, probably.
Probably not.
They put out Ninja Turtle figures, okay? Our Walmart has a buttload of the of Hamato Yoshi and Aruku Saki action figures from the Ninja Turtle movie. But that action figure setup, that set has been out now for over a year plus. They've also had April and KC 2-pack. Never seen it in our store. They've had KC and Raph 2-pack. Never seen it in our store. Toka and Razor. Never seen it in our store. But if you want Hamato Yoshi and Aruku Saki, we got shitloads. They're still in Walmart. They still got about 17 on the shelf over in the electronics aisle. Go figure. They just don't update, and it makes it hard to collect. And then your only other option is to go online where people have gotten them from stores that actually put them out,
And then
and they jack up the price.
yeah.
It's like, oh, you want that April and Splinter or April and KC? Yeah, originally retail at $30. You're now paying 60. Why? Because I'm an asshole.
And shipping and handling.
And shipping and handling. And how much is that? Well, that's to be determined.
45.92.
And like Target's the best place to go though. Like I mean, I'm I can't say that's the best place. I haven't gone to Uncle Joe's Woodshed. I can't bring myself to go there. I know Tim does the shopping for Uncle Joe's Woodshed, and Tim's a good friend. But my memories of Uncle Joe's Woodshed was when I was a kid going in there with my mom, and it
Mhm.
was just all Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to go to Uncle Joe's woodshed or whatever it's
Yeah.
called to go action figure hunting.
Mhm. Have you gone to Uncle Joe's
I just
woodshed to
I
go?
no, I can't bring myself to
You
go.
you need to go.
Is it changed that much?
You need to go. Listen, here's what I want you to do, Ken.
Okay, well,
I
I'm
want you to
not
go in the
walking
door.
there, so it's going to be a while.
That's okay. These directions will be burnt right into your mind.
Okay,
When
I'm
you go
listening.
into the building, you go straight ahead.
Straight
When you
ahead.
get to the first intersection past the registers, you make a left and you
Okay,
go all the way till you hit the wall and you enjoy yourself along that wall.
that bad, huh? I mean, well, that good, I should say.
Well, there's no cameras back there. You can really enjoy yourself back there.
Like
I mean, it is right outside the
it's like,
office,
oh, He-Man, He-Man,
but yeah,
He-Man.
they do have some. I was we were just out there last week. Mrs. Naves and I. And
Mrs. of Knaves.
yeah, we took a little trip around just to check it all out. It That's her kind of store,
Mm,
and as it turns out, like yeah,
it's your kind of
hit
store
the
too.
hit the left hand side of the store. You'd be amazed at what you may find in there. Again, not everything's for everybody, and that's why like you may find something in there for you, but there was nothing that was jumping out at me. Oddly enough, the He-Man, they do have the retro He-Man action figures in there. A ton of models. Um, yeah, well, if you get a chance, check it out.
All right, well, I will do that when I get a vehicle again. Whenever the Geekmobile is up and running, I will definitely have to check it out. But until then, until I check that place out, Target is the place to go.
Yes.
Um, they do keep up with a lot of collectibles as well as like up to date on like action figure lineups when they come out instead of waiting 5 years for Walmart. And you know what? I think Walmart gets shopped a lot too because they're so convenient.
Yeah.
Like Target is Walmart, but for the bougie. like, like if you don't want your tires rotated, go to Target because I think they have everything there but an automotive section. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But yeah,
But
it's
little
really hard,
kid, go to Walmart.
right? If you want your truck
Oh,
to die, go to Walmart. Uh, yeah. If you want your truck to die, go to Walmart.
mm-mm-mm.
I'm still aggravated over that. I hate. It's funny because I didn't get my license until I was in like almost 30,
Mhm.
and now I feel like without a vehicle, I feel weird not having a vehicle. I'm like, I need I need my wheels. Where's my? I need to be able to go. I like to get up and go, not just sit home and chill.
All right.
Like for work, I'm working 90 hours this week. I have a personal taxi to and from, which is a coworker taking me to and from work. Besides that,
Awesome.
I have no means of transportation.
Right.
Like grocery shopping's going to be a bitch here soon because that's going to have to happen here soon. But
Yeah.
I don't have a vehicle, so I'm like, that's going to be fun. Gonna have to walk to Martin's and walk back with like a backpack full of groceries. That's gonna be a bitch. Um, Call me lazy. I mean, it is what it is. I got so used to a
That's a hike,
vehicle.
though, man.
It is
That's a hike, though.
it's a hike anywhere because nobody lives around Martin's unless you like live right behind it. It's a hike.
Yeah.
It's a hike.
As a as a lifelong walker,
Mm-hmm.
that's a hike, dude.
It
Like,
is.
for somebody who does it all the time, that's still a hike. Like I would not look forward to that trip whatsoever.
I
Just so you
don't.
know. I
Well,
mean,
like
I'm
I
not
said,
trying to bring you down, but
no. I did a 40-minute round trip just to Liz's today, and like I said, I was like, I got home, I'm like, oh, oh,
never
oh
again.
my god, splash water in my face. Woo! I can only imagine hiking them.
Yeah.
I am so used to vehicle driving that I'm so out of shape that I'm like I said, I walked to walk just a 40-minute walk, and I was like dead, done.
Uh,
Put a fork in me, I'm done. Uh, No, but no, I'm not that bad. But it was a walk, and I was very upset when they weren't open. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Walk
What
back home.
What are we gonna do, Scooty? Nothing you could
Same
do,
thing we do every night.
right? Try to take over the world.
Try to take over the world.
Try to get viewers.
We'll get
try
there.
try to get people to watch us.
You know, I mean, they're here. They're there.
Well, all night long, I've been watching the view count. I
Yeah,
saw
you
I
should
saw
probably
I saw
turn
it go
that off.
2 1 2 1 2 1
Yeah,
2. I'm like, can't I break the 2 barrier? I need 3.
yeah,
Hit me
and
3, 3, 3. Like, come on, people, 3 at one time. That'd be the record.
we'll be all right.
I mean, I get the views afterwards.
And that's
Yeah, but
helpful.
I like the interaction. I want people to say, "Hey, what's up, fucker?" And I'll be like, "Hey, what's up, bitch face?" but that
Oh, fuck off.
but that don't happen here. Come on,
We
people.
just maybe that's what we need to do.
What?
Like that. Like so, there's a restaurant wherever it's at where they're just mean to you.
Yeah.
Maybe
Mm-hmm.
we need to do that.
Start
Just
being mean to
anytime.
people.
No, we need to start. I mean, really being mean to them.
Oh, so in other words, it'd be like, "Hey, assholes, tune
Every
in."
time, every time that. Like, so right now, I don't know who the dumb motherfucker is watching us, but they need to fucking say something in fucking chat.
Ace,
Don't take that seriously. Don't take
Ace,
that seriously. What?
that would be you. I have one viewer right now, and I guarantee
I
it's you.
tried talking. I tried talking earlier. Nobody talked back to me.
It's all good. It's all good,
Yeah,
Ace. I mean, like I said, when on YouTube, I get the view. I get a couple views on the highlights. I get a couple views. Facebook, I get a couple views. So you know what? It's getting out there.
it's
They
getting
might
there.
not be. They might not be joining us live, but they're watching us.
Yeah,
So
we got this. We
I'm
appreciate
I'm
everybody that does
winning
watch
one
us.
way or another.
Yeah, we tease. We do appreciate everybody that
Yeah,
does watch the show with us.
yeah.
Uh,
This is a show about nothing. Like I said,
yeah,
so this is a good actually time to remind you guys that this is a show about nothing. This is Ken Bouchard Online. If you're just watching via YouTube, Facebook, or actually tuning in, we're live Tuesdays at 7 p.m. when we talk about anything and everything and nothing all at once. So if you want to chime in with your 2 cents, your 3 cents, or nickel, do so. We'll listen to you. We might call you out on it and call you names, like, Shirley. But you know what? It's all inclusive. So you can join us. You're accepted. Come on in, chat with us. There. Um,
and
as
sure, understand.
what's that?
Surely you understand.
Shirley, you understand? Mm.
Yes, and don't call me Shirley.
What was it? Slap me silly and call me Shirley or something. Whatever it is, and like it's like whack whack.
Ah,
I warned you, Shirley. What was that from Blank Man?
blank man.
Blank
Yep.
Man with blah, 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 blah. Hold on, hold on.
Keenus, the Keenan's brothers.
Yeah, Keenanite Wayne's
Wayans, yeah, the Wayans
Wayne
brothers.
brothers.
Wayans brothers. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Keenan, Ivory, Wayans. Yeah, those boys.
I got you. I knew what you're talking about. You were on the right track. I want to take this time and opportunity to remind everyone that there's a gaming convention coming to Altoona this August. Gamealoticon. It is a convention for the card gamers. It's a convention for the video gamers. It's a convention for the board gamers, the role players. You like game? You like gaming? You need to check out Gamealoticon, Altoona's first and only all gaming convention coming this August. If you want more information on it, check out the website. It's www.gamealoticon.com. Check it out. And like I said, we'll be there. We're actually going to probably be doing a live event while we're there, uh, showing people the convention, talking to celebrities. It's gonna be a humdinger. So check it out, gamealoticon.com. That's www.gamealoticon.com. This August, right here in Altoona at the Blair County Convention Center.
What was the name of that again?
Well, if you weren't listening, that was Gamealoticon. Oh, and then we hit the hour mark. That was good timing too.
Big time.
But all right, Ace. I think I'm gonna call it for tonight.
Fair enough.
I think I'm gonna call our chat session tonight done. We talked
All right.
about everything and nothing all at once, as we
That's what
do.
we do.
That's what the show's about. Everything and nothing. We talked about
Yeah.
gaming. We talked about being nerds. We talked about food review. Guys, check out Liz's Kitchen in Altoona if you want a good sub. The only thing I suggest is call ahead to make sure they're open. But yes, Liz's Kitchen. 2 thumbs up from me and Ace. Um,
Way up.
way up. Like I mean,
Superb. I got
uh,
my Philly on. Never even been there.
yep. Actually, I have, and I can actually say it was delicious. It is very good. But until next time, guys, remember to tune in Tuesdays live. If not, you can catch us on YouTube at Ken Bouchard Online. Or you can even try to catch me on Facebook if you are in the know, because I'm not giving out my Facebook, but you can you can catch us there. But until next week, guys, I am Ken Bouchard,
And I am the Ace of Knaves.
and stay freaky, stay
Stay
geeky.
geeky.
Peace.